Hey y'all, welcome back to the DIY Entrepreneurs Reaction Show. I'm so glad you decided to tune in with me today. Go ahead and hit that like button and become a subscriber to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. I would really appreciate that. Before we watch the reaction, I do want to address just a couple of things. It is very challenging getting a video past the YouTube content restriction rules. And so you will hear me talk over the video a little bit just to kind of disrupt the audio sometimes. You will also hear me pausing, giving my feedback. Sometimes I'm just repeating what the sharks say, but it is just to kind of give a pause in the audio so it's not just using their entire audio stream, because when I go to upload it, YouTube will flag the video and I won't be able to post it or make it public. But if you can bear with me through those pauses, through me repeating what the sharks say, and sometimes talking over the video, which is a natural tendency for me, forgive me for that. But if you could bear with me on that, I'm sure you'll enjoy the pitch. All right? Today we're going to be reacting to another Shark Tank pitch. So let's check it out.
First into the tank is a tech-savvy entrepreneur with a modern way to send a traditional postcard.
Hi Sharks, my name is Josh Brooks. I'm the founder of On the Run Tech and Postcard on the Run. Today, I'm seeking $300,000 in exchange for 5% equity in my company. If you're anything like me, you've got 22,000 photos stashed away on a hard drive, another 1,000 cluttering your phone. Maybe put them up on Facebook for 13 seconds, email them to a friend, and bam, they're gone. They deserve more. Our product is the answer to this. It's called Postcard on the Run. Take a picture from wherever you are in the world, write a quick note, sign it with your finger, and send it to anywhere in the world right from the convenience of your mobile phone. And what do you get? Voila. A beautiful 4x6 glossy, personalized note that arrives in the mail in a matter of days. We live a life on the run. This product helps us connect better than we've ever connected in the world. Sharks, we've got a platform product. Today it's Postcard, tomorrow it's a tremendous amount more. Join me today in the memory business, guys. So we actually got some mail for you.
I love getting mail.
It's fun. It's special
It's
for
fun.
you.
Oh, thank
Don't
you.
they got something like this on it?
There you go.
All right.
Oh, great.
Thanks, Josh. You bet. So let's go through what this postcard actually really is. So we got a beautiful 4x.
I do need to pause to say that this is an old episode of Shark Tank. So this was back in 2014, season 5. All right.
A 6 photo. Then on the back, you write a simple note. We built a telestrator, so you actually take your finger, sign it. So it's really you, Robert. And then a really great feature. This is my daughter, Lenny Brooks. This was actually a thank you note to her grandma. You scan it with your mobile device. Right here, it's a QR code. And bam, now you got a short little video. Take a look.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'm in Italy. I want to send a postcard. I go to my phone. I capture a picture.
Correct.
I send it. Walk me through what happens on the back end now.
So the
how
back
does
end-
that get mailed?
Sure, you're in Italy. You take the picture, you write the simple note, you change the color, change the font.
Okay.
You sign it with your finger, right? Then it brings you to your address book, right? And
Right,
this is
that was
some-
one of my questions. I don't think I have any
That's
physical
right.
addresses.
We built a product called Postal Gopher, which is our patent-pending address retrieval technology that allows the user to send a postcard to somebody with only having their email or cell. My system alerts you, hey Mark, your friend Josh Brooks is trying to send you a postcard.
Oh, that's cool.
Is there a novelty to it though? You know, you send one to grandma and grandpa, and then you send it again, and then you send it again, and then it's sort of like, oh, another postcard. I mean, do you find that
I don't think you're going to find any of that. In fact, the people that are on the receiving end of these postcards,
Postcard
honestly,
fatigue.
$249, Goosebumps are totally included, and that's what ends up happening.
Okay, Josh, walk me through the money. How do I pay for it? How do you make money?
So it's a free application, but it's $249 per postcard.
What are your margins after you've paid all the royalties on the databases you're using?
We built all of our databases. There are no royalties.
Do you own this business yourself?
That's correct. I actually have a group of investors as well.
You do?
I did. I raised a little bit of capital to get this off the ground. Keep in mind, I put 30,000 bucks of my own money to get this thing going.
What is your background that you've come up with this idea?
I used to run marketing for MySpace during the good days for 3.5 years.
What are your sales? That's all that really matters.
So in 21 months, we've done $450,000 in revenue.
Okay, and you've made how much money on that?
Everything goes right back into the company.
Josh, how many
100%.
downloads of the app do you have?
Just around 500,000 downloads of the application.
Josh, let's go back to the investors for a sec. How much money did you raise in total?
We raised $1.6 million in total.
And what was the valuation of the 1.6 you raised in the Valley?
$6 million.
You're giving us the same value, am I right?
That's right.
So Josh, your strategy is to run like hell because there's nothing proprietary here. Anybody can do this. Let's be honest with each other.
Wait, being totally honest, that is not correct. It takes a tremendous amount of engineering to do what we did.
That's easy to do. There's tons of people who do that.
This is not a one winner takes all. This is about coming up with a great product that people absolutely love.
But that doesn't mean it can't be replicated easily by
that
using
is the
third-party
1,000-pound postcard in the room.
Absolutely.
Josh,
what I'm saying is that we've hit the market. We've got.
They drilled right in on his technology behind it, and you would expect that from Mark and Robert. So that's to be expected. I totally understand. But he said a couple of things. He said he has some patent pending on the way that you can just use an email and still mail it to someone on the other end. And then he said they built all of the databases themselves. And so I would want to know what are those databases that they have compiled and built themselves to where they don't have to use something like, a script on the internet to gather addresses or Google Maps or anything for things like that. So I'm glad that they're drilling in on the technology, but they sure are. They hit him hard with these technology questions. But let's see.
If you look at websites, if you look at bloggers, you look at editorial, and they talk about, hey, what's interesting connecting the online to offline, they're going to point to our product.
Here's the problem, Josh. The concept of valuing this at $6 million is ridiculous. You live in the Silicon Valley bubble, and it's going to burst. Either you get acquired or you're out of luck because there's no IPO market anymore for middle-sized companies like yours, so you have to get acquired.
I hear your point, right? My point is this, is that we haven't even began marketing, right?
I get that. Look, you fell to the Silicon Valley curse. If you were to come in here saying, look, we got to raise $200,000 or $300,000 and a $2 million valuation, then we can visualize, okay, nice little business, and we can sell it for $6 million. But you're already at $6 million.
Mark.
The problem is you got to sell it big to get any type of return for us.
So I think what I have is a great group of investors that are super supportive of us.
Josh, you could stay up all night. That doesn't mean you're going to get lucky, right?
Totally.
You've got to get lucky in order for this to really work for investors.
Absolutely.
You have to have an exit that takes some luck, and I just don't see it. How much cash do you have left in the bank?
We have $185,000 in the bank.
You're screwed. I'm out.
Wow.
Out of 1.6 million, you're down to 185.
185, correct.
You're going to blow up in 90 days if you don't get cash. You need to raise right now this $300,000. You are running like that little postcard guy. There is nothing proprietary about what you're doing. I'm not diminishing your business. I'm just telling you I could do it for less than $6 million. Absolutely not what I invest in this. I'm out.
There's a couple things I really like. I like nothing better than a friend sending me an actual photograph. I take hundreds of them of my kids, but I never print them out, and there's a difference. So when I get a photo in the mail, for me it's a present, all right? The idea that I would get also wrapped into that a postcard is great. I think of a postcard as a present too.
Sure.
Nobody sends them anymore. And of your kid,
Sure.
it's a win, all right?
Sure.
But there's something that really disturbs me, and that is this postcard lacks, and the warm and fuzzy emotional piece, which you're hard selling here, is that it's typefaced. Can you scroll your whole message or only your signature?
Today, we could just do your signature in a picture.
Yeah,
Tomorrow,
that's the
there's
problem.
no reason why we couldn't do any of that.
It takes the warm and fuzzy out of it for me. I'm out.
Good feedback, though.
Guys, we've got a business that actually brings in money. It's $450,000 in 21 months.
Yeah, but
We
you
have
have
not
hardly any
added
money left.
any gasoline to that flame at all.
So out of the downloads or the users, what's the age range?
Our target market would be somewhere in this 21 to 45-year-old female. But my partner and investor in the company is Selena Gomez.
Sorry, the Selena Gomez that my kids love?
Totally. She invested in both rounds, the angel round as well as the seed round.
My
financing.
kids travel all over the place. I love my kids. I miss my kids. They never email me. They never text me. I think my kids would use this. They're
So
always
what you're
sending
saying, they're
pictures.
going to take the time to email or text, but they're going to download an app.
Yes,
take the
Mark,
picture
because
and
they
do
know
it.
daddy. They know that daddy would love it.
Again, this was back in 2014. And so now I believe people use Facebook for that. People use Instagrams when they're going to travel and they find a cool picture to kind of upload. They upload it to Facebook or Instagram and maybe tag their family in it. And so back in 2014, I believe people doing that on Facebook then as well. And so I would like to understand still the training or the marketing that he used to compel people to, like Mark said, download this app, take the picture using this app, and then posting it or sending it out via mail somewhere. And nowadays, the picture lives on your phone. You could go to Walmart or upload it to Walgreens is what I meant to say, and get your photos printed from Walgreens, and they will send a postcard or a print or a picture to wherever it is that you would like it to go. So again, this was back in 2014, and they are really, really drilling him for his technology. So let's see. And the fact that he raised so much money for it. I like to understand, just with 2 rounds, he said the seed round and the first round, Selena Gomez contributed to that. So she's a investor in this product. But I don't see how that will make people still, try to get in or not. So let's just see how this plays out.
I think it's a great idea, but you said I have patents pending. You don't know if you're going to get it or not, and really get out there fast and furious. And for that reason, I'm up.
All right.
Was that everybody?
Right, who's left here? Robert, I think.
Robert sees the vision.
Yeah, Josh, I do see the vision, but I kind of agree with Mark. Your value is a Silicon Valley bubble, and you'd have to sell for an enormous amount just to get some return.
Right.
I love the idea, though. I think it's a great vision.
Appreciate that.
But I'm not comfortable with a $6 million valuation. But I am comfortable with a $3 million valuation.
Okay.
So I'll do $300,000 for 10%.
I'm not sure if I can do that.
4 sharks are out. Josh Brooks has one last chance to make a deal.
I'm not comfortable with a $6 million valuation. But I am comfortable with a $3 million valuation. So I'll do $300,000 for 10%.
I'm not sure if I can do that.
Tough decision, Josh. It gives you another 6 months of life.
Let me ask you this. Would you consider doing something more on the lines of a $5 million valuation?
And that's 6% of your company.
Correct. That allows me to keep my current group of investors that I have a lot of respect for, and also that $300K is going right into the marketing.
After 1.6 million in 2 years, you're down to the last 180. And the reason I think my money brings a premium is you can't survive without that money.
Robert, you savage. Are you going to take advantage of his situation just because he's running out of money? You're going to cut his knees off?
The sharks
It's
do.
my money. I worked really hard for my money. I get the privilege of saying what I feel it's worth. So I'm comfortable with 3 million. You're saying 5 million.
Now it's up to you.
I think the business lends itself to something larger, and I honestly really appreciate your enthusiasm for the company, but I can't take that significant of a haircut on the value of the company. I'll ask again, what about something closer to the $5 million range? And even if it's at 4.8, find me at 4.8 and let's do a deal.
Okay, my last offer, 4 million. That's 300,000 for 7.5%. I think there's significant value in having a shark on board.
I was going to say that just for the sake of pausing and repeating. I was going to say that they understand that he is in desperate need right now, so he need cash. And Robert is really chiming in on that and taking advantage of that. And so he's giving him these deals and not really giving him exactly what it is that he's asking for. And because he gave the initial, round of investors the same valuations, they're like, we're sharks. You're on national TV. You're pitching to us. We should bring in a greater value in the door to where you're not giving me the same value that you gave your initial investors. And so let's see if he takes it.
I really appreciate the offer. I don't think at $4 million of a valuation I can do that.
Wow.
But the company is more than that. I swear it is.
So you're
And
not
I know it
accepting
is.
his offer?
Find me at 4.5. Let's make this thing happen. Listen, you're investing in a guy that gets things done. It took 2 years to get where we are today.
Hey,
Under
Josh,
2 years.
the only guy up here that believed in the vision as soon as you came out that saw it.
Sure.
I mean, you've got a fan here in the technology. I think you've done it.
But not in the price. You're not a fan of this price.
I'm not a fan of the price, and that's my privilege as a shark.
$300,000 at a $4 million valuation. Is that what you're saying?
Shark.
I'm saying $300,000 at it for 7.5%, which gives it a $4 million valuation.
His last counsel was 4.8.
Let's do the deal.
Done.
That's awesome.
He told us.
Way to hold it out.
Thanks, man.
Nice job, man.
Appreciate it.
Oh, it's a great product.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'll definitely be doing some research to see where this technology lend itself to, if it kind of evolved into something else. So hit the links below for the articles that I'll try to find and link to for this deal. But as we could see, he ended up walking out of the tank with a deal with Robert for the $300K. He wanted 5%, but he's going to get from Robert $300K for 7.5% of equity in his company. And I agree with Robert. He's a shark. You came on the show. You obviously knew that you was coming to Shark Tank. You were not going to be able to get the same investor level than you have already. And so Robert understood that. He said he liked the technology, and he took advantage of the fact that dude was in there very desperate. He was very desperate in there, and he really needed the cash and the money in the bank in order to continue on. Did you guys hear the little the remark that Kevin said? Oh, you get another 6 months of life for your business. That was funny to me. But I really do hope that it turns out to be something that they were both able to profit out of. So make sure you hit those links below for an update for this technology. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and staying until the end. I really do appreciate that. Go ahead and hit that like button and become a subscriber if you like this content. And make sure you check us out for the next ones.
Good job, Josh.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, good job, man. Congrats, Josh.
I think it's a phenomenal idea.
I
know
think
there's
it's a
products
crapshoot.
similar.
You have to be acquired or you're going to zero.